Hi everybody, how was the second part of the tutorial 6? Do write in the comments section. Now let's have a look at a new and a further aspect to the basic German conversation in this part of the tutorial. And this aspect is to ask someone about his or her condition or status, which we call in German as nach dem Befinden fragen. So, to ask about the condition, where the condition here is Befinden with a capital B, and fragen is to ask about that. So, in German, we again need to consider both the informal and formal ways of asking about somebody's condition or status. And if you remember from the previous tutorial parts, there are certain categories of people in the informal and certain categories in the formal. So if you have a look at the first picture here, we can see two friends conversing with each other. So to ask, how are you? Lukas asks, wie geht es dir? Or to shorten it, wie geht's? Both of these expressions, the shortened and the longer version, are what we call fixed expressions in German. Now, what is a fixed expression? Well, a fixed expression is one where we should just remember it as it is, because if we try to literally translate this expression, it would really make you roll on the floor with laughter, because such fixed expressions can have very funny and very strange translations. So, for example, this expression, wie geht es dir, would have the literal translation, how are you going? Now, isn't that funny? Because gehen is the verb being used here, conjugated as any other regular verb and conjugated as geht in the question. So to this question, Abdul answers, mir geht es gut. Or as a friend of Lucas, Abdul can simply answer as gut also. Then Abdul asks similarly, and Lucas answers with auch gut or sehr gut to shorten this expression. But Lucas can answer in a complete sentence also by saying, mir geht es auch gut, or he can say, mir geht es sehr gut. Auch gut means also good, and sehr gut means very good. So please note that in an informal conversation like this, the questions can be cut short, as we saw here in the examples. Wie geht es dir becomes wie geht's. And answers also can be cut short to just mentioning the attribute gut, auch gut, sehr gut, etc. Alternatively, in a formal conversation, for example, between two equally ranked officers in a workplace, let's take the example of Ben and Felix. Ben will then use a different personal pronoun in his question in this formal conversation than was the personal pronoun used in the informal conversation. So in the informal conversation, dear was used, and in this formal conversation, Ben will ask Felix, wie geht es Ihnen? Ihnen is the personal pronoun for the formal second person singular Sie that we covered in the previous tutorial parts. But don't get confused with the different forms of the personal pronouns in these questions, because this grammar will come in later tutorials. So you just need to remember these questions as fixed expressions. Okay, so moving on, when Ben asks, wie geht es Ihnen? Felix replies, mir geht es gut, danke. I'm good, thank you. So the addition of the word danke will make this conversation formal automatically. Then Felix can ask, und wie geht es Ihnen? To which Ben can say, auch gut, danke, or sehr gut, danke. So the conversation can be cut short to have just the attributes auch gut, sehr gut, but to keep it formal, we should add the word danke. We can also use other fixed expressions in German when talking about the condition or status, like the expression es geht so, but not mir geht es so. So if somebody asks you wie geht es dir, then you can say es geht so, meaning it is so so, so you're not very good, you're not very bad. You will not say it as mir geht es so, because this is grammatically wrong in German. You will just say es geht so. But you can also say mir geht es nicht so gut, or simply nicht so gut, to mean that you're not feeling bad, but you're not feeling that good either. So mir geht es nicht so gut. In extreme case, you can even say mir geht es schlecht, where schlecht means bad, in which case, you would rather use this in an informal conversation, but not in a formal conversation, because mir geht es schlecht could be taken quite negatively by your employer or by anyone higher in rank to you. So if you are not feeling good or if you're feeling bad, mir geht es schlecht, you could even say further, ich bin krank, where ich bin krank means I am sick. That was all for today. Any questions related to this tutorial, you may ask in the comments section. Thank you.